I'm up in the corner of the room looking down on her and the physicians working on her. There were 3 people working on her. And I had no connection to her at all. It didn't feel like me in any way, shape, or form, even though I knew it was me. And I wasn't even questioning why I was up in the corner of the room. I was just watching. But I wasn't that interested, which was kind of a weird sensation for me to be so disconnected. Next thing I knew, I was being pulled out of the corner up in the ceiling and then being pushed forward into blackness. And as a kid, I was terrified of being in the dark. And being in this blackness, it was like, I'm going to die here. I don't even know that I'm dead. But I'm terrified of what's going to happen in the dark. And one of the things I was afraid of as a kid was being blind, not being able to see what was coming at me, because there was trauma in my family. And I needed to have sight so I could protect myself. So the next thing I know, I'm thinking about, well, if I can find a little glimmer of light, just one little tiny glimmer of light, one spotlight, if I can find that, I know I'm going to be okay. So I'm looking really hard as far as I can see into this blackness, and I have no idea, the dimensions or what it is. And I see this one glimmer of light way far out in the distance. And I'm fixated on it because if I can see it, I'm safe. And as I'm watching it and looking at it and hyper focused on it, I realize that it's coming closer and it's getting bigger. And I'm just continuing to watch as it's coming towards me. And all of a sudden, it's everything that I can see. The blackness is gone, and this light is everywhere around me. And it's white, but it's a white I've never seen before. It's sort of, if I say it's like a cloud, there's a diaphanous quality to it. There's a softness to it. It's encompassing everything around me. And I'm starting to feel calmer, and I'm starting to feel comfortable, and I'm starting to feel at ease with it. And as I'm feeling this, I'm now moving more into it. And I'm feeling feelings I've never had before. I'm feeling cherished. I'm feeling loved unconditionally. I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling all the things I've never had, but always wanted. It was like coming home in the best of ways, to people who loved and protected and cared for you and celebrated you and all of that. It felt like that. And I had never had those feelings before. I'd never had that experience before. So I'm now finding myself floating in this cloud-like of white. And the white is kind of iridescent. It's got all these different colors in it of the white. It's very hard to describe. And I find myself just floating in the center of it. And there's nothing around me except the cloud of white. And as I get to, I guess, the end of it, it starts to open up. And I'm floating through it, which is a funny thing to say, floating. Who floats? But I did. And there are 2 rows of monks on either side of me in monks' robes with the hoods up, the brown monks' robes. And as I floated between them, I stop, and the one at the end on the left says to me, "It's not your time. You must go back." And first of all, when I looked at him, he's got the hood up, right? The monk's hood is up, but there's no face. it's blackness, but it's like energy, black energy. That's almost sparkly black energy. I don't know how else to say it. Maybe if we could see different forms of atoms or whatever hanging together, that's what it would look like. And I said to him, I finally found home. You cannot send me back. He said, but you must go back. It's not your time. You must go back. And I said, I don't want to go back. I want to be here. This is home for me. I've waited my whole life. I was in my early 30s. I've waited my whole life to feel this feeling, to be in this experience. You cannot send me back. And he looked at me and he said, you have a child. You must go back. Now, I know now that there were many people who had children and they were sent back or not sent back. Not all of them were sent back. A lot of them died. Why I had to go back to my daughter, I don't know, but that's what I was told. And as much as I loved my daughter, she was my life. I still didn't want to go back. I still didn't want to leave where I was because the happiness, the joy, that sense of well-being was so big. I had never experienced anything like that. I didn't want to lose that. It was like having a gift that you've always wanted, but you didn't know you could have. Then all of a sudden it's given to you. And then they say, oh, I'm sorry, we changed our mind. We have to take it back. It was a very interesting experience. And I'm shocked at the fact that I didn't care about my daughter at that moment in time. I wanted to stay. And he repeated, you have a daughter, you must go back. It's not your time. And I started thinking about who do I know that would love her and care for her and be with her the way I'd want her to be cared and loved about. And there was nobody that I could think of. Her dad was my ex-husband for a reason. My sister was not mentally well. My parents had both died. I didn't have anybody that I trusted to care for my daughter. And as I was thinking about that, I was back in my body.